Welcome to Supernatural Scotland, the podcast presented by me, Mark Smith. I invite you to like my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find both by searching Supernatural Scotland. Scotland, being ancient, has many stories and a rich archive of folklore. It also has many islands with their very own stories and creatures. Join me as I discuss some spooky places and the strange creatures of Scotland. Our podcast today is focused on the Isle of Skye, and the first location on the Isle of Skye is the ruins of Duntulm. This castle was so scary the inhabitants fled in 1730. The ruins of Duntulm Castle are in the north of Skye. It is an ancient castle, but before the castle was built, an Iron Age fort originally stood on the grounds. It is believed to have been held by the Norse in the 11th century, so I would imagine the ground has been soaked in blood from many fights and murders. Later on, around the 14th or 15th century, the Duntulm Castle was built by the MacLeods. This was built during a feud with the MacDonald clan. After years of battling, the MacDonald clan finally took ownership of the castle. Over time, they continued to extend the castle. It was abandoned in the 1700s by the MacDonald clan. They used many of the materials from the castle to help build another property. But why did they abandon the already built up and fought over castle? It is said a nursemaid accidentally dropped a child from a tower window onto the rocks below. Sounds suspicious, certainly to me. The child's father, whom was a MacDonald, had the nursemaid set adrift to sea in a small boat. Some say you can hear her to this day screaming from the ruins. Another ghost named Margaret, who was a sister of MacLeod of Dunvegan, walks the ruins after being dumped by her lover. He shamefully dumped her after she lost her eye. In the early 1700s, Hugh MacDonald was sent to the dungeons. The evil MacDonalds gave him salty beef and no water. This drove him insane, and he attempted to eat his own hand. He still haunts the dungeon after his horrific death. Another story talks of a haunting by the ghost of Donald Gorm. He haunted the wine cellars with other ghosts. It is claimed the haunting of the wine cellar was the last straw, and the MacDonalds abandoned the castle. Our second location is also a castle. It is Dunvegan Castle, which is found near the eastern shores of Skye. This is the oldest inhabited castle in Scotland and is the ancestral home of the MacLeods. This castle remains private to the MacLeods, however you can visit and tour the castle and grounds. The castle dates back to the 9th century. It is also the home to a phantom piper. His music can be heard being played in the South Tower, but no one has ever seen the piper. The most interesting item involved with this castle is the fairy flag of the Clan MacLeod. It is claimed this flag was gifted to the MacLeods for helping a fairy queen. If in trouble, the MacLeods can wave the flag to call for help with the fae. However, this can only be used 3 times in total. The flag can only be used if a year and a day has passed since its last use. The flag, in fact, has been used twice. The clan used it at the Battle of Glendale in 1490 and the Battle at Trumpin in 1580. The MacLeods won both battles. It is said the Queen will reclaim it after the third time, which will be the bloodiest battle. Hauntings have been claimed to be related to the flag. For example, hauntingly beautiful music has been heard playing from the room where the flag is stored. No one was able to find any items capable of playing music. Was this a haunting, or was it fairy people? It is also interesting to note that among the many relics, a pin cushion belonging to Flora MacDonald and a lock of Bonnie Prince Charlie's hair have been collected. As with any good castle, it also has a dungeon. The dungeon was deep down but near the kitchen. This was so the starving prisoners could smell the lovely food being cooked as they slowly died from malnourishment. Now for our creature feature. The Isle of Skye is quite famous for its very own ghost car. Many years ago, the roads were narrow and cars had to wait in a lay-by to allow traffic to pass. One night, a driver seen lights from another car in the distance. He pulled over to allow the car to pass. After waiting a few minutes, he decided the car must have been waiting for him. To his confusion, when he drove further up and around, the car had disappeared into the night. No side roads existed, and it had vanished behind a bend. This is one of the many stories of the vanishing ghost car. It is claimed to be a 1934 Austin, so not that old compared to some of the ghosts that haunt the area, but still almost 100 years old now. The car has been reported by doctors, policemen, and even churchmen. To my knowledge, no one has been hurt by the ghost car. The phantom just drives the roads at night, disappearing into thin air. If you do take a drive in Skye, look out for headlights in the distance. Our next creature is a beast of Odle Pass. Odle Pass is on the Isle of Skye, and the beast is recorded in old Scottish folklore. It is claimed the beast is a nocturnal shapeshifter. As a shapeshifter, this beast can change into pretty much anything from a man who sometimes only has one leg, possibly to make him appear less of a threat, to a greyhound or a terrifying beast. It is said to have a horrific shriek to put the fear of death into any travellers. The beast was only ever seen or heard at night. Workmen building the first public road through the pass of Odle were left scared for their lives as the beast shrieked at night to scare them away. They finished the pass without being hurt, but it continued to terrorise them until they completed the road and left the pass for good. Travellers have claimed to be attacked by the beast, with one victim, according to sources, being found dead by the side of the road with 2 wounds, one on his side and one on his leg. It is believed these wounds were caused by an animal. It is believed the haunting ended with the death of the victim. Has the beast's terror ended, or is it just waiting patiently for another victim? And that is the end of the podcast. Goodbye.